What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 8 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Orion Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we've expanded outward a little bit towards the sort of edges of Athel Loren, continuing to destroy the Ogre territories below the Clan Angren territories, as well as taking out more of the Sylvanian territories as well. The goal essentially to build up a buffer of allies all around Athel Loren so we don't have to deal with the nonsense ourselves and have to deal with the other great trees as well. We've also unlocked the quest to confederate the Heralds of Ariel and have to kill off 3 Skaven armies or win against Skaven 3 times to do so. So we'll certainly be looking to do that as soon as possible. Our newer armies are coming up soon. We got Eagles coming, we got plenty of Wildwood Rangers, War Dancers with Azrae's Spears, the Eternal Guard are coming, the Zotes are coming, lots of stuff being built up fast as we can do it, so that we shall do. Now, a little bit of unfortunate bad news. While we did reach the engagement threshold, we very much did, the next 2 episodes are going to have to be short episodes. Now, nobody did anything wrong except for Magnus. Unfortunately, I'm going to be away visiting for the weekend, so I don't have time to record. What I decided to do was just to pre-record a couple of short episodes, this one and the next one, episode 8 and 9, I guess, because I felt an episode would be better than no episode at all. So what I'll do instead is that once we stop reaching the engagement threshold, which will happen eventually, once we drop below it, I'll simply ignore that for a couple of episodes. Essentially, I'll put a couple of additional hour-long episodes in the episode bank, as it were, if it makes any sense. Sorry about that, guys. Once again, we'll get back to it after I'm back. So in 2 days, 2 short episodes and we're back to normal. Promise. Anyway, let's do whatever it is we have to do this particular turn. I'm not sure I remember. Findal is waiting to go to the Witchwood in order to try to run away. Death is stuck where he is, and no, I guess we're good. Okay, I guess I should have been yammering on about all that stuff while the turn was ending instead. My bad on that. All good. Let's hope a few more enemies move towards us. I suppose another good idea about getting vision from allies is that they will find more factions. More factions to potentially declare war on. Camp Noctis? No, we can't, buddy, we can't. Our armies have gotten too expensive. And we're having to build wine buildings now in order to keep them up and running. Or perhaps they haven't gotten so much too expensive as the fact that we're starting to build more and more elite units, which is, well, I guess kind of the same thing, making them more expensive, but nonetheless. Alright, Tyrants of the Black Ocean, ally begins outpost construction, good, ally mission aborted, cool destroyed, that's another war gone, and another forest encounter at Orion's camp. We'll move over there as soon as we can. When's the Wild Hunt? In 2 turns. Godly Wrath, -5 control in the Waterfall Palace. Not great, considering we also have Confederation up as well. But, well, once again, I suppose, what can you do? Data N, you're starting to build the Eternal Guard for the Eternal Guard army.
These are dark times.
Although I would like to take a look at what we got. We got another Leafborn Savant, should we want one to lead... Should we want one to lead Wildwood Wardens? Once again, 40 armor is quite low. So there is certainly a good idea to do that. On the other hand, another thing that we can do is buff up all of their armor using the Lure of the Beasts. Grail Banishment. Ward save for heroes. If it was ward save for army, maybe. I think there's something that does give ward save for army as well somewhere. Am I crazy? Thought I saw something like that. Lord's Army. This, a Leaf Song Scion, and it's Lore of Dark Magic. Well, the Dark Magic wouldn't work with Zotes. Could it work with Wildwood Wardens? I don't know, massive pile of melee units I feel should take advantage of the Pan's Impenetrable Pelt and Flock of Doom and stuff. Plus, I feel like they should have a melee lord actually fighting with them on foot. You know, I'll give that one some thought. We shall see. We shall see. We also got a bunch of legendary lords that we have to make use of. Anyway, Delura, keep on running. Just keep on running. I'm sorry about all this. Where's that green skin armor? Oh, I'm thinking it actually got destroyed. You are... I hope you're safe from Greebits here. You know what? Go here. You should be somewhat safe. Go for Aelhart. I want to avoid Durkit in case Greebits can also attack you at the same time. And Durthu. Now, we have to prepare for you to go. You should also heal. Alright, you know what you'll do. You will jump right to the edge of our territory here and retake Grunberg. Oh. I also just realized that you're actually supposed to lose this Spellsinger of Shadows, which is supposed to go to the Wildwood Ranger army. And we have no more capacity for any of those others, which is a bit of a shame. And I guess the same thing goes for the Glade Captain as well, which is also supposed to go to those. But, well, until we get more troops in here. Can Durthu deal without those two? Maybe I should have kept the War Dancers in his army after all. You know what we could do? If these guys are being transferred to one of the newer armies, which they are, you know what? I'll leave the army. And you leave the army as well. We can get more branch wraiths in the army and just level them up for Draika for when eventually we confederate her. I think that's the way to do it. Did we ever get the quest for confederating Draika? What tier do we have to be? Oh, we have to be tier 4, don't we? Arguelon, Talsyn, and Heralds of Ariel. Do we even get a quest for confederating Draika, like, at all? We get one for Spirits of Shanlin, for Loren, and Bowman of Orion. Oh, we don't. Wait, maybe it's tier 5. I would just like to know. No. So we have to confederate Draika the old-fashioned way, which means pissing her off by constantly being in confederation penalty ain't so great. Oh, it's -6. Oh, but she's probably lost her main stack. Man, it's kind of weird. We have to essentially... Huh. So there's really no quest for Draika. That's gonna be interesting. We need her to lose her main stack, but at the same time to get Coadil up and running before we confederate her. So, yeah, I guess we have to watch. She might also end her agreement with us, which would be a shame, but, well, what can you do? Vladdy Daddy's back up and is sitting around the moot. We could... not worth it. Oh! Wow, you can't move very far anymore, Orion. What the heck happened here? I guess it's because you're moving mountains. But we could just jump over Carrick Dromar and ignore it and go for the forest instead.
You dare ask this of me?
But we wouldn't be able to avoid this. And I'm once again not super willing to risk the plague. You know what? Go into encamp stance, heal to full, and jump there next turn. We'll see if Vladdy tries to go for you, but he'll fail if he does. And we may or may not ignore him. We can always jump back around to Castle Drakenhof after. It's not the biggest of priorities. Trelon. Where do we put the eagles? Well, we are going to have an eagle-centric army, and especially there's a Spellsinger that would do something for him. You know what? We'll use the eagles in place of forest dragons in the Loek army and the War Dancer army until we have War Dancers. This way you have something to do. I like it. Alright, we should also get the branch wraiths that will eventually go to Draika, so... Ancient Purist. Bitter spirits embody the twisted branches and bark of the branch wraith. They wield the raw power of the forest to spite invaders and sustain their woodland kin. Should probably get that for Draika. Although Willow's flexibility with that mastery of elemental mastery. Get at least one of these. Alright, one of these, and then we'll send them both to Durthu to rack up XP. I mean, frankly... Nah, just do it. It's a little bit of fire resistance, just in case we encounter fire units. It doesn't feel as good as some of the other stuff, but Draika will already have... Oh, wait, she won't have enough Malevolent Spirits with Frenzy, meaning we'll have to get the Branch Wraith with Frenzy, meaning that one is actually not as useful. Darn. I feel like when you confederate one of the Malevolent Spirits, you should be able to get the ability to, you know, get them. And, well, darn, these guys are here. And I only say darn because I wanted to... You're going here. I wanted... Well, I guess we're gonna fight this. I wanted to go up there. But it's alright. I don't mind fighting an ogre full stag, do you? Loren, let's level up everybody here. Let us get you increased mobility. Let us get you... I mean, it's not a forest battle. We should try to get the Prey of Anathrema ASAP, but just in case we go into a forest battle at some point here, there are forest terrains that are nearby. We should probably still have the Endless Hunt available to us. You can have the Eye of Kurnos, though. Wait, do you already have the Eye of Kurnos? Oh, you both have it.
Orders?
If we get to you, well, we'll probably get you possessed by the Trickster God for the area buff instead, so... Yeah, anyway, Loren. Kill Noblar Kicker Drolg. Oh, and would you look at that? The plague is done at Zerexil. If we are, I don't remember how many turns ago we declared war on them, but if we can, or we declared peace, whatever. If we can redo it. Anyway, away. Alrighty, to war indeed. We may have a limited amount of time in this particular episode, but by the looks of it, we've got a ton of ogres in this particular battle. And on top of it, they do have a hero or lord with the trait that makes Gnoblars unbreakable, which is quite a bit more threatening. And let's face it, a lot of saber tusks as well. Now, because of this, we have deployed completely or as much as possible on the enemy's flank. It's generally a good idea to do this because the AI will sort of make a big line of its army, and when you're completely ranged focused, this allows you to essentially destroy one of their flanks before the rest of their army can reposition. I oftentimes don't bother doing this when the battle is sort of very, very much in our favor, but in this particular case, I felt like we needed to sort of shift the odds a teensy bit in order to make sure that we didn't get overrun. Those saber tusks are very much a concern. Ogres, perhaps not as much so, at least not at this current time, as they are getting absolutely riddled with arrow fire. Looks like the first unit of Gnoblar trappers on the left flank is destroyed, but it does look like the enemy is keeping its saber tusks back. I wonder whether this is a good move or not. It does mean that their ogres are getting obliterated, but it also means that their saber tusks are not getting focused down at all, and will still be free to attack us in numbers, rather than having dwindled already. We are also waiting for the Tyrant to start closing the distance, as our now 2 units of Way Watchers should be able to try to focus them down. And speaking of the Way Watchers, this is our first non-Regiment of Renown unit of such. And the Consorts of Anathrema here, and they are looking pretty darn good. We'll have several more in this particular army as well. Anyway, it looks like the enemy Tyrant has at last gone into range, but as soon as he does, so do the piles of Saber Tusk. Oh, I didn't mean to speed that up. They go for our Swift Shiver Shards. But it's probably a good thing that they do. Ooh, and they can send them flying with their mass by the looks of it. Those are some pretty big kitties, after all. Alright, let's back these guys up, try to hold back the kitties with our heroes, though by the looks of it, the Waystalker and the Glade Captain, now down to about half HP, are taking plenty of damage to the Saber Tusks as well. Not quite for this. On the bright side, however, I do believe the enemy Tyrant has been destroyed, and most of the enemy center line, at least of ogres, has collapsed. The Gnoblars are still making their way towards us, but they are slower than the ogres, and most of the ogres may have either been destroyed or have shattered by the time the Gnoblars reach us. Alright, the kitties are booking it on out of there altogether. But by the looks of it, all but one of them are merely routing and not shattered, and will return to the fray once more, especially as those Gnoblars, unbreakable as they are, will continue heading towards us. The arrows of Kurnos are flying now. We have 4 units that have access to them, and we'll dish out plenty of damage to the enemy. We essentially have to use arrows of Kurnos in place of artillery for the Wood Elves, so that's what we're gonna do. And by the looks of it, the Gnoblars are beginning to melt. There's still a few full HP ones remaining, but by the looks of it, the rest of their army has suffered sufficient losses to shatter, and the Saber Tusk will not be returning. Few more shots directly into the Gnoblars, not quite point-blank range, but nearly so, all the while the rest of our units fire into their flanks as well. It's so weird seeing unbreakable nobblers and, well, very much breakable ogres, but I suppose if the ogres simply threaten to eat all the nobblers that attempt to run away, perhaps the nobblers are more afraid of that than they are of the elven arrows. You're being shot up indeed, my friends. You are now down to a fair few units, and I believe these are the last units of nobblers on the field. Those dual swift shiver shot arrows coming down and obliterating them, while their ogre masters are long gone and not to be caught, but I suppose it doesn't really matter either. Lovely. Oh, there was another little unit here, but I guess it was just cleaning up the unbreakable units, like the units were down to a few units rather, a few models, that's the one. And would you look at that, another sort of belly flop. Ever since that one, well, not screenshot, that one dwarf that was doing their belly flop like this, we got a nobbler as well. Oh man, we should make like a little I don't know, art wall of various units belly flopping like this. This is our Warhammer Renaissance. Alright, great work, Loren, and your bowman once more. I wonder whether the Hagbane tips take more damage to auto-resolve than the Starfire shafts do. Kind of interesting if that's the case, but anyway. We got a decent bit of money reward and a decent bit of healing as well, but I think we have to take the money. We have to take the money because our money is dwindling every single turn, and eventually we'll run out. And we still do need to take a ton of cash in order to go ambush here. In order to you get behind this unit, in order to upgrade everything, including the oak, which will cost 20 turns, but also 48k. Whoa, 20 turns plus 25 turns. I think there's a tech that will reduce this, but I guess we'll wait a bit until we can, we'll see that one. Anyway, that was a nice little fight. Let's see if there's anybody else that needs to move. Findal, not you, obviously. Aezrit, you will transfer the War Dancers back to Ara. Also, I forget who you are. Oh, you have Wildwood Vigor. Huh, we have a guy with that already. Like so. Alrighty, and okay, we got 4 War Dancers, which is certainly not enough. I don't know whether we need to keep you, but you're only costing us 70 gold per turn, so it hardly matters whether we do or we don't at the current time. And just stick around for now. Not Findal, but Tech Thief. Tech Thief, please succeed. Now this time. Or I suppose succeed again. Just try not to die again. Hey, well done, Tech Thief. And I should have probably popped Specialist, and I should also double check ancillaries. What do we have here? Leadership of Alzanville Smith. Is there anything that increases your chance of success as a hero? It looks of it not. I'm plenty of these forest spirits. I will, between the episodes at some point, put them on every single hero, but right now I'm too lazy, and also we don't have enough time to do it, so. Scout, keep on scouting as you do. I do see Chaos is closing in, so gotta watch out for that as well. And Zoltothios, who are you again? You are the haughty Glade Captain. You are definitely going to join the Wildwood Ranger army. Now, the reason for that is you need Wildwood Veteran. +2 melee defense for Wildwood Rangers. And +2 melee attack. Oh, so we want several of these guys in the army. The problem is, I don't think we have capacity for several of them. Lots of Waystalkers, but no additional Glade Captains. 6 out of 2. Wait, 1? We have 6 out of 2. Where are the others? Whoa. 1, 2, and then 3. Where are the other 3? What the heck? Wait, could there be a wounded one? No. 6 out of 3.
Lady of the Glade, at your service.
You have 2 Glade Captains. Okay, so that makes up 2. That's 5. And, oh, Daith also has 1. Damn. Alright, well, we'll put all these Glade Captains where they need to go. I guess that's good. There's no buildings to build, so we can end the turn. Yes. Crag Halls of Findal? No, you cannot end the turn because you gotta build the Trappers then. Talsyn is fine-ish. And Waterfall Palace, not fine-ish. You are going to get the Grove of the Horse and get us additional... Ooh, 1 more turn until Zotes are ready for recruitment. Lovely to see. Skip, and...
The forest has spoken.
I'm tempted to have you lead the Wildwood Rangers for now, since we do have another Leafborn Savant. I'll think about it. End turn. Let's see if anybody attacks us. Were we besieging anything is a question. The ambush succeeded. We will hopefully be able to auto-resolve this one. A little bit more damage on that Glade Captain. Bit of a shame, but I guess we'll heal up this time rather than take the money. And, they built a camp. Damn, wait, upon building the camp already immediately has like 60% of its garrison? It's kind of nice. Was that always the case? Maybe it is always the case. Probably a relatively basic garrison. Ungrim wants peace, but we can't do that because Draika exists. And we definitely need to confederate her. We'll keep an eye out on her confederate ability, though. Though to get it to happen, we need to be reasonably friendly with her. Even the defensive alliance is not enough if we're too friendly with too many of her enemies. She'd probably enjoy it if we declared war on all the Kislevites, but then our own allies would not like it. Austin destroyed, Skull Smashers destroyed, Magic drained, rude. Kurnus the Hunter, good. Charge for Elf Cavalry, Hawk, and Eagle units, and others search for the Nemesis Crown. Draika is back and so is Codil, but now the Confederation is no longer likely, at least not at this time. So we shall wait. Marienburg still wants that defensive alliance, but no need. Exiles of Nehek, we're gonna attack you to take the Witchwood from you. Eventually. For now, we got other fish to fry. Vladdy, you've moved into Schwarzhofen. We don't have to fight you again. I'm kind of tempted. How long until we... we still got 4 turns of cooldown, and we got 1 turn until the Wild Hunt is up and running. We could very well sack and or raise Schwarzhofen and kill off Vlad. Make it a little bit easier for these guys to survive. There's potential for it. Durthu, you can reach Grunberg as well. In fact, go to Grunberg right now. What kind of defenses does Griebitz have? Close victory, that's a lot of forest gobbles. It could be interesting. We haven't seen the line of Treekin do their thing yet. Might be more interesting than this. Is this auto-resolvable? Is a question I would like to ask. Close victory, low casualties. I think because of the basic nature of this army, we'll auto-resolve it. Yes, this will hurt Orion, but there's not much we can, well, there is stuff we can do about it. Not do this, but too late. Ranger standard, and we will... I think we have no choice but to cede it. We'll abandon it or something, but we need it to heal up. And because of the corruption here, so... yeah, we'll just transfer to our friends here. Go for the cattle pasture so that it's actually worth something. Headsman, fine. You, Tech Thief, go to Fort Oberstyre. Also out of curiosity. 2.8k sack value, eh? I wonder what the raise value is. Failed this time, but at least you leveled up, which gives you the specialist trait. Or another point in said specialist trait. Alrighty, now Durthu, you've got 2 new branch wraiths, though we will keep an eye out on the better branch wraith. Hello! Upkeep production for Lords and Heroes. That ain't horrible. Alright, we'll still use these 2, including the Ancient Purist, and even though that does feel like it belongs with Draika lore-wise, it's just not going to be as good as the Frenzy-producing one. Tavaril, you have to join the Glade Captains, but we need more Glade Captains in this army, so for now it's a moot point. You need to be able to head to the Witchwood, which you can, by the looks of it, jump to from here. So stay exactly where you are for now, Findal. We're keeping you alive this way, as odd as it may seem. And Dragrult still chases Deluric, just still kind of hilarious. But with the death of Griebitz, we should be able to take Aelhart without being particularly threatened. Still a really nice army that I'd like to fight, though. Auto-resolve and occupy. Hey, Forbidden Rod. Very nice find. Seed it. And we'll transfer it. With... yeah. I don't think we need to. Diloric, lose the Forbidden Rod just in case you die, though, because, frankly, you're not supposed to be a Lord Leader anyway. Trelon, return to Vol's Anvil. And possibly recruit, but we'll see. Ara! Alright, wait. Okay, wait. I need to figure this out. The armies are coming. So there's Leafborns. There's also the Nishigiggle. Leafborns. Hello. Sylvan Subtlety. Huh. 30% speed for Way Watchers and 30% spell resistance for Wildwood Rangers. That's an interesting combination, so I guess this particular Lord type wants us to combine those. While I do like the 30% spell resistance for the Rangers, is that going to be better than 15 armor for them? 30% spell resistance or 15 armor. Hard to say. Hard to say. Also, Dota, and yeah, you give the 15 armor to these guys. You... I guess you're gonna lead these guys after all. Alright, fine. Which means, Dota, you're going to go for Master of Supplies to get more armor. There we go. This gives you now 75 armor on the Eternal Guard. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. And it'll go with the Zotes. Aezrit, that means you, with your Wildwood Vigor, are not going to be the one to lead those guys, so we can delete you. Or I guess if Dada is going to lead these guys, then you can... oh, get some more Eternal Guard in there. 1, 2, 2 more. We'll get you the Winterheart Guards as well. Pop you in there. And then we'll mix that up with the Zotes, and probably are going to have to go with the Lore of Life, because, well, loreful Zotes are Lore of Life people. Just taking a look at what we can get out of this, and don't particularly like the spell singers that are with them, at least not for now, but we will deal with it. Alright, you will need to transfer the Wildwood Rangers in great numbers to the... I mean, I guess the Sylvan Subtlety? Spell resistance 30%. It'll basically make them immune to spells. I'm just a little bit concerned that it's not enough. I guess the Wildwood Wardens do have 60 armor on them, so they're not nearly as in need of armor as the other ones would be. I'm almost tempted to say this is still better. 15 armor is considerable, and they're not going to be getting hit with spells constantly. On the other hand, we could put a few Way Watchers in their army and then get buffs for both. Yeah, fine. We're not going to rely on Way Watchers in the army, but we can use them instead of cav, like flankers, in combination with the Wildwood Wardens. Feels appropriate. Sylvan Subtlety it is. And, it's funny, they're both named Data. Alright, you will transfer the Wildwood Rangers here, like so, to Data. Data, you will also get the Wardens of Sithral. Like so. And we got... okay, wait. We need to start building the Wildwood Wardens, and oh my lord, 6 Blade Singers already available, and ooh, the Eternal Wardens available as well. There's so many things to build. So many things to build, not enough recruiters. Alright, we're working on it, guys, nobody panic. Trelon. Okay, nothing for you yet, but we got capacities a-coming. Ara's doing all the recruitment work right now. We'll start with the 2 Wildwood Wardens, because I think that this army will be able to essentially fight, as soon as the Wildwood Wardens are up and running. It doesn't need to be a full stack yet. We'll get to it, but we do need to get to you, the Glade Captain. So we'll do you, because you will join this army. Like so. And we'll figure out how many of what kind of unit we need. This might have actually been too many Wildwood Wardens, I'm not sure. Can there be such a thing as too many Wildwood Wardens? I don't know. It's up to you guys. Anyway, Loren. Can you destroy this camp without losing the Glade Captain? That is what I would like to know. So, go here. I'm willing to bet that it's no, so we're gonna probably have to speed through it. I would have lost that bet on a resolve. Yeah, you're damaged, but that's fine. The rest of the army can heal. It works for me. Alright, enemy killed in battle, terrifying mask of E we will probably delete later. For now, you're gonna go into an camp stance, and you are going to follow in march stance, and we'll continue moving around and annoying these guys, essentially, while you also heal up. Alright. We're reasonably happy with that, and all the while our trees are still growing. Who is up next? Findal. Next turn, right? Well, actually not next turn. You won't be able to jump for 3 more turns unless this immediately reduces the cooldown. It reduces the cooldown by 5, so does it put it down to 0? I guess we'll find out. Findal, stay where you are. Or by 10, whatever. Azrit. Was I gonna delete you? Yeah, I was gonna delete you. Sorry, Azrit. Goodbye. We'll use somebody else to recruit stuff. Dulos. And, okay, these are Waste Stalkers. They're gonna be... Well, you know what? Wait. So here's the thing. Waste Stalkers also give a plus 20% charge bonus when attacking, which is actually quite nice, even for the Wildwood Rangers. So we may want to give some of those to them, as curious as that may be. We'll see. Scout can move here to Varalai. Okay, I'm gonna just put you into this army because I'm gonna keep getting confused as to who the heck you are every time. Until I remember your name. The thing is, until she's in an army and makes a name for herself, the name will mean nothing. Anyway, Argulon. Nothing to be built, or at least nothing right now. Ah, yes, more Wildwood Wardens and Eternal Wardens capacity, and it'll only take 2 turns. Oh, beautiful. Torgavon. Start with the Craftsman's Tree, and then the other stuff afterwards. And Reichland, I forgot about Aelhart. We can trade it once Telluric moves. And I believe that's it for this turn, so skip, 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 skip. And every turn taken in is another turn closer to... Wait, did I give you the... Datan, you... should probably be the Master of Scouts. Technically speaking, the Deepwood Scouts... Yeah, but they're... The Wildwood Wardens are more expensive, and so are the Rangers. So I think Loren, we're going to take you, and I'm going to pop you here. And then we have to select the correct Datan, which I believe is this one. And put you as the Master of Scouts. 477... Huh. Is it me or did that not change? It should have changed, because it's the expense of the Wildwood Wardens. Well, hopefully it'll change next turn. Hopefully it isn't broken. It's too bad that they don't actually buff these guys, but oh well. Whatever. And I guess for now, we're going to put Ara as the Master of Drums. Okay, let's see. 4776. Ara, Master of Drums. Oh, it does change. Okay, I just missed it. I just missed it the first time. Nobody panic. Yeah. Alright, that's good. Obviously, Ara's not going to stay as the Master of Drums. It's just that she's holding the War Dancers for now. Hold me, War Dancer. Anyway, that would be deadly. Scrag the Slaughterer, you will want peace. After, whoa, it's a Wurzag, a wild Wurzag appeared. That one I'm not sure you can handle. That's a lot of physical resistance on Wurzag. He's a frightening, he's got a frightening stack. Plus his vindictive glares, or wait, his gazes of Mork are pretty darn devastating as well. I forget if he has a superpowered version of them or just has just a lot of buffs to them, like can use it for cheaper and at longer range or whatever. But I do remember him doing tons and tons of damage in the past with them. The gazes of Morkai, man. Anyway, unfortunately, folks, I don't think we have enough time for a battle. As I said, this has to be a short episode, as I just don't have enough time right now. So I'm going to call the episode here. A confederation from Reichland and Marienburg. Masters of Innovation destroyed, should have declared war on them after all. But the Wild Hunt is back, but we do have to wait 3 turns until we can traverse the world routes. Darn. Yeah, should stick to, so the cooldown -10 doesn't affect it when the cooldown is already up, meaning we should effectively never use that unless we're in the Wild Hunt. Alright, good to know for the future. So we got 3 turns and then everybody's moving around. Hopefully all of our new armies will go at the same time to new trees and the game's gonna change in a big way. Probably not next episode, but the episode after that. I also forgot to attack Greebits here, unfortunately, so we'll start with that in next episode, so stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially the threshold, which will just be shifted to the episode, and all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.